Welcome to the Live, Love, Laugh, and Let Go Out Loud. Today, I'm excited, like I am always, about my guest. Today is a special treat. This man, he's pretty awesome guy, and I'm looking forward to introducing him. He's such an awesome guy, but I'm going to use one of my former hostesses, our co-host, to help me introduce this guy. So hold on.
Hey guys, this is Catherine Franco, and I want to see if you can guess who our next guest is. Here's some fun facts. He had a scene with Robert Mitchum in Thompson's Run. He played Milos Gloriosos on A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. He's in two bands, INXS and We Bop. He bombed back in the day at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles in front of comedic legends John Ritter and Robin Williams. He's played golf with Alice Cooper. He's buddies with Burton Gilliam. He's an actor. He's a musician. He's a producer. The guy wears so many hats. I can't figure out what he's going to do next. Please welcome my friend and colleague, Carrie Graves.
But before I bring him up, he's like me. You never know what we're going to do next. So after this introduction, I'll have the man of the hour. Welcome, Carrie, to the show. I hope I made you feel welcome.
Oh yeah, Kat. I love Kat.
What'd you think of your intro video?
I love it.
Good.
I'm glad I'm sharing it so I can save it. It's great.
Well,
it's great.
Well, you're an awesome guy. You're an amazing guy. I love you already, and I just want to welcome you to the stage here. Let's get into some questions here real quick, and we didn't even go through any questions, so you're like, what the heck am I signing up? Have you ever watched my show?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so you may have a little idea of the things I do on my show?
Yes.
Okay, just curious. Okay, so let me ask you first. What things have you let go out loud? Because what people don't understand is you can't live, love, and laugh until you let go of crap in your life or deal with some stuff. So if we can dig right into some of the things that you've had to let go and move on and things like that for our audience, that would be great.
Well, obviously, the biggest one would be I was happily married for 36 years, and in July of 2018, lost my wife to cancer. But she told me before she passed, you got to go on because you make people happy and you're always happy. So, you got to be the happy guy. And I'll tell you real quick, the last conversation we had, I'm sitting there holding her hand and she's laying in bed about a week before she passed. And she said, you know what? This isn't fair. You're the guy. You should go first. You're older, but God has a better plan. And, he's smarter than we are. So we had all daughters. I raised them to be good women, good wives, good moms. And now we have 4 grandsons. I can't teach them how to be great men. So you need to stay here. Plus, we're going to spend eternity together in heaven when your time comes. And if you were to go first, I really don't want to spend eternity in a room full of dead deer heads, stufffish, and camouflage. So I'm going to go decorate.
And then, she could decorate, be all ready forever. Then you have no say. She might give you a little man cave somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a burden I don't have to carry anymore. Is how I'm going to decorate heaven for eternity for us. She's already there doing it. But I really never had to let go of a lot of stuff because I've never carried a lot of stuff with me. I was in a car wreck when I was 16 and died for 4 minutes. And the experience just, when I came back, it's like, I'm just going to live life to the fullest and do what I want to do. And that's what I've always done. I haven't missed out on anything.
That's awesome. Well, you know what? You spoke of your daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Dad. My name is Courtney. I am the oldest daughter of Carrie Graves, and I just wanted to hop in and say that I have well over 30 years of being raised by him and will never not be just astounded at the amazing things he is able to do. I have never before met a man who puts so much passion into not only his business ventures, but his private life. There is never a creative avenue that he is not willing to pursue. And he definitely raised us with, if you open one door and you're told no, just keep on opening the doors. Eventually you're going to get a yes. He's an amazing man, an amazing father, and just a wonderfully creative person who puts 100% to pursuing everything. And it has been an absolute pleasure to be surrounded by that as I grew up and now in my adulthood. Best of luck in everything you do, Dad. I love you. Mwah.
Love you too.
I want to thank Courtney for doing that. Didn't even know where I threw a message out, and yeah, it was thank you, Courtney, so much for that. But anyhow, I gotta throw this one out real quick too.
Hey, what's going on, DB? I'm just here to give you my best Carrie Graves impersonation and to wish you a happy birthday. I love you, man. I hope you enjoy the day. And yeah, man, I hope today is as special as you are, my friend. Thank you for all your support and believing in me over the years, man. I appreciate you, man, and I hope you enjoy your day.
So you know what's funny? I go, DB, it's not his birthday anymore. He goes, I know. And then he sent me this.
Hey, what's going on, man? This is Carrie Graves. I'm here to tell you about my friend here, DB, man. Amazing actor, man. I just told the guy from Joanna, man, you're amazing. Hey, DB, can you do the Denzel for me just one more time, please? Yeah, okay, all right, huh? How you want to? Hey, Paul. No, I'm messing, man. Hey, look, this is a celebration for my friend and somebody who just always believed in me over the years, man. I just want to say thank you, man, for all your support, all your love, all of the encouragement, man, we've had, you know what I mean, throughout the years, man. I appreciate it. And I love you, brother. And yeah, today is about you, man. Honoring you. Hope you enjoy the day.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So you know I do stuff like that, right? You knew that, didn't you?
Yeah. I was like, oh, let's see what who she comes up with. But DB is great. He's keeping on.
I had him on my show a year ago, and it was so funny. He had to go to his aunt's house down the street. The internet wasn't working good. We had to do like 3-part series, but we got it done. You know, we got it done. That's all that matters, right? So
yeah, I did a film 2 years ago with Miguel Nunez, who was Juana Man, and he brought up to me that he wanted some producers to come to him about making Juana Man 2, given in our cultural society we live in now. And I said, DB, you gotta get DB in on that.
He's awesome. Okay, so what makes you laugh other than me? Because I know I made you laugh.
Just about anything. You know, I'm at that age where Don Rickles, I thought, was the funniest human on earth. When you can poke fun, this is going way back, but with the Dallas Cowboys. But I saw him in Dallas, and he was hammering Tom Landry. And if you can make fun of Tom Landry and have Tom Landry laughing harder than anybody else, I went, oh, that is so impressive.
Yeah, he was pretty bold and everything, but let me tell you, he knew what he was doing. I mean, you know, and it's all about laughter, you know. I mean, if you can't have laughter, then what are you going to have, right? So, okay, here's my next thing I do. So pay attention.
So have you ever gotten yourself in a pickle? What kind of pickle would you say you got yourself into? That you learned the most valuable lesson ever.
Thank heavens for Snapchat.
Have ever been in a pickle? Sure, I've been in a pickle. When I went to LA with Glenn Morshower, and I was there 2 years, I came back and my license plate had expired. So I got pulled over on Greenville Avenue, and then they took me to jail, and I spent the night in jail because I had written a $12 check for dog food to give to my parents when they kept my dog while I went to LA. And then I had switched my bank account to LA before the check cleared. So I spent a night in jail for a $12 hot check. But I don't really get into trouble.
But hey, that was a pickle. That was a pickle, and you got yourself out of it. I think that wasn't like relish or anything, but it's still a memory nonetheless. So what do you love in your life other than your family?
I love it's. Let me see how I can put this. I've done so many things that I love the challenge of they're never going to let you do that. You're never going to get to do that. When my wife was live and she was a PR girl, and they did the Dallas International Guitar Show, her and her partner. And her partner, Kathy, ended up being a PR lady for an Indy Racing team. And so she hired me to drive the sponsors around Texas Motor Speedway because I made them laugh, And then I got the attention of the team and then the team owner, and I ended up being a fueler on the Indy Racing pit crew for 3 years at 48 years old. And Kathy's like, they're never going to let you do that. No,
It's funny.
I just love the challenge of pursuing things you want to do in life against all odds and not letting no doesn't mean no. It just means, okay, not right now. Mm-hmm. So just move on. So I just have a love. It's not a love in life for something. It's a love of life. Just living life.
I see that. So it's funny. This is a question I ask is, can you recall a time in your life when you said, I would never do that you ended up doing? Other than the fuel thing?
Skydiving.
You did do it?
Yeah. And now I'm back to I would never do. If you want to add that again, that would be great because I'll never do that again. It's like, why am I jumping out of a perfectly good working airplane?
But you did it. You did it. And you lived to tell. But no, in life, so many people say they're not going to do anything and they're destined to do what they say they're not going to do. So what motivated you to do it after you said you would never skydive? That's my question.
It was a challenge from the spotter for the race team I was on. And there, I don't want to go into all the language and everything, but there was some insinuation that I would be a certain type of person if I didn't. So I went, okay, do this.
There you go. And you live to tell. So that's awesome. So what meaning does living your best life have to do or have for you? What does it mean to you personally?
Overcoming the odds, overcoming challenges to pursue what you want to do. People talk about having a job. I haven't had a job since 1966. I've owned companies and I've done my own thing, but I'm really not good employee material. But it's pursuing what you want to do against all odds until you make it.
I love it. I love it. So what makes a person beautiful to you?
If they're positive and they like to laugh.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I looked like Ron Howard. Did you? Oh, God. And I learned a long time ago, if you want to attract someone, you better be able to make them laugh. That's the easiest way to do it. So,
well, that's why you're on my show. Absolutely. You're the right person for the show.
Sense of humor is the most attractive thing in a person to me.
Absolutely. So what do you notice? First thing you notice about a person?
Their posture, if that makes sense. Their posture. Yeah. It just, you can look from across the room and tell if they're comfortable and confident and blah, 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 or miserable. You can spot a miserable person a mile off from their posture.
Yeah, especially in their smile. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. So amen to that. Okay. So what mistakes have you made along the way? And we only got about 45 minutes left. So no, just kidding.
Yeah. I've made, I owned a construction company for 25 years, and I've trusted people and agreed to contracts where, you end up in a lawsuit, having to sue somebody for money. So other than that, I don't really think I've made a whole lot of life mistakes, but business wise, when somebody owes you, $600,000 and you have to go to court to get it. And it's like, shouldn't have worked. But I've never made, Here's one thing I'm real proud of. I don't think I've ever made the same mistake twice.
There you go.
You learn from the lesson.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, what are your big, hairy, audacious goals?
Well, I've already played a gay zombie in a movie, so I got that one out of the way.
A gay zombie?
Yeah, I think we.
Oh, I didn't think the zombies had. You could tell a difference.
No, we did a film where I played a gay zombie, and Matt Bailey is my husband, and we argue about two gay zombies arguing about cheating on each other. I mean,
it sounds like fun.
And like my fiance now goes, "Oh, I can't wait till you do a part where you're nominated for an Emmy, or you're nominated for this, or you're nominated for that." Here's my big, hairy, audacious goal: to walk into Walmart, and as I'm checking out, two of the cashiers are going, "I know you from somewhere. I know you from. I don't think glory. I just want a discount."
Oh, I love that. So, what are your success habits?
Never take no for an answer.
I love that.
And I don't want to say a bad word or anything, but I might slip here. But I have a saying that I'm adamant about, and when you're acting, you submit, forget, and don't give a shit. Right? Just move on, because you just make it up in numbers.
I love it.
Auditioning. I know more than a few actors like, "Oh my God, I auditioned for that role and I didn't get it."
That's part of the job.
Glenn Morshower auditioned for a CSI 7 or 8 times before he finally got it. Mark Ruffalo auditioned 600 auditions before he ever got cast. So it's keep doing it until you succeed.
That's just it. I mean, it's a numbers game / it's part of the deal. I mean, if that's going to hurt you or bother you. So what's your favorite quote? And I think you just told me it.
Yeah. Well, it depends on whether I'm acting or producing. My favorite quote is, "My give a shit factor is at an all-time low right now, so it's not a good time."
Oh my gosh. And then I think this wraps both things, but we'll wrap it up with this. We're not wrapping it up, but we're the segment here. What's the biggest factor that's helped you along the way? Not giving a shit. And
It's not letting have your own opinion of yourself, and drive yourself, and it doesn't matter if people aren't talking bad things about you. You're not doing anything worth talking about. So just believe in yourself, follow your dreams, and don't give up regardless of anybody outside of you.
I agree. I totally agree with that, because you're going to melt under pressure, and there's no sense there. Yeah, don't sweat the small stuff. That's right, Linda. That's for sure.
Saying, here's one of my favorite quotes. Also,
okay, go. Yeah, we'll go to that. Go for it.
I don't worry. I make other people worry for me.
Oh, I'm going to make that a little clip. That's good. They say delegate stuff. Why not delegate that, right? I mean, it's.
Why don't you do that? Go ahead.
I love that. So, what book recommendations do you think have impacted your life?
The Power of Decision.
Oh yeah, Glenn Morshower. I know that one from him.
And this will sound kind of stupid, but also The Godfather. Not because it's The Godfather, but my mother made my brother and I go once a week to the American Speed Reading Academy when we were in high school for 2 years, and I was able to read The Godfather in a day. So that's just like, it was impactful, because okay, I don't have to go to the American Speed Reading Academy anymore and nail that.
Okay, I laugh now that I read this question. Now it's what's the best trip, traveling wise, you've ever had?
That would have to be my late wife and I, and my fiance and I are doing it in September. I'm a diamond level Crown and Anchor member of Royal Caribbean, and I love to go on cruise ships.
Nice.
I just love to go on cruises. So cruising the Caribbean, and I do it every year. But those are always the best trips because where else can you go? You have a room, all this stuff available to you, and you can go to 5 countries in a week.
I love that.
And never have to unpack except once.
I love that. I got another little message for you.
Hey, Dad, I just wanted to say how much I love you and how much we appreciate everything about you. And I hope you know what an amazing individual you are, from music to movies to just being an awesome dad and grand dude to my kids. Love and appreciate you always.
That's the first time I've ever had somebody called grand dude.
That's what all my I came up with that. That's what and then Paul McCartney stole it from me.
No, you're the first one I ever heard it from. So that's the only place.
Lynn, real quick, I had the pinnacle last week. I went and did my play at 2:00 on a Sunday afternoon. We were done at 4:30. At 5:00, I walked onto a movie set to shoot a scene for a film. And I was acting with Chelsea, and Courtney was one of the extras in the group. So it's like I'm on a movie set with my daughters and acting with Chelsea's a great actress.
I'm gonna have to have her on my show sometime. Absolutely. So that probably was something you'll never forget, without a doubt.
And that's what life is about. To me, is making memories.
Yep.
I lost my wife 4 years ago. I had the perfect relationship in my world for 36 years, but I had the memories. I'll have them until my time comes.
Absolutely.
That's memories.
That's awesome. Okay. So what's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
I jumped up on stage with Mark Farner from Grand Funk Railroad and took the bass away from his bass player and played foot stomping music with him without even telling him I was going to do it.
This man loves to have fun. I love that. Okay, so what celebrities have you met or worked with? Well, we all know Glenn, luckily, but
yeah.
Have you worked with Glenn yet, though? I mean, probably in class and that stuff, but I mean, outside of that.
No, but we're working on some stuff together with me, him, and Rex Lynn, Reba McEntire's husband, because we all look alike. But anyway, I've met more celebrities than I can count. Yeah. But I've worked with Robert Mitchum. I've worked with Wilford Brimley. I've worked with Brian Dennehy. I've worked with Miguel A. Nunez Jr. I've worked with Frederic Forrest, Bruce Davison. And this, real quick, as far as me, this was funny. I had a meeting with the director in Los Angeles 2 years ago, and my fiance, Shirley, is in the travel business. So she got us at the Bel Air Hotel in Beverly Hills. And I was wearing one of my band T-shirts, and she goes, "You cannot go to the restaurant wearing a T-shirt at the Bel Air." Yeah, I can. So what? Watch. So I go meet with his director, and we negotiate the terms of me doing this film with him. And when I was done, this woman leans over from behind, and she goes, "Oh, good luck with your film, darling." And I turned, and it was Joan Collins. And she goes, let's take some pictures together. So Joan Collins and I are standing there taking pictures. When Shirley walks out, I'm like, "Yeah, wearing the T-shirt. Joan Collins." That's Bel Air. That's how I roll.
I love it. Hey, you got to make your own way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how to do that real well.
And then I think my other celebrity deal, I used to manage bands. Like I said, I've done a lot of stuff. But I was on stage at Rock on the Range in 2009 while Korn was playing. And I'm standing there with Slipknot, Motley Crue, Alice in Chains, Chevelle, and all these, and me and Tommy Lee were doing shots backstage. I was like, "Oh, this doesn't get any better than this."
Well, right here. I produce a show for Debbie Find It, and she's got here, own it. There you go. Mm-hmm. I love it. And so let me see. I got another little video here for you after I take this off here. Let's see.
Hey guys, Kevin Brooks here. Just wanted to get on and share a few words about Kerry Graves. He's one of the nicest human beings I've ever met. I mean, because that's why he starred in a film called Humans, you know. No, but really, he's a great guy. I met him through an acting coach / mentor of mine, and we hit it off immediately. I've done a lot of work with him in the classroom, outside the classroom. Just got to spend a lot of time with him. He's shared a lot of knowledge as far as about life, family, and just the business. And I'm always looking to just to hang around him because it's always a fun time.
Thank you, Kevin. You are loved, mister. I want you to always know that. You are loved.
Yeah, I don't, to hell with this cultural cancel society. I don't get into politics at all. Like Dolly Parton said, you know, if you're in the entertainment business, keep your damn mouth shut.
Yeah.
This is my life. I have so many black actor friends and black friends, and then I get cast by a black writer, director, and producer in this series I'm going to film in the fall, where it's called Active Shooter, and I play the most racist human ever, this evil racist human. And I did one episode, and I have to say the N-word because the director told me to, you know, and it's in the script.
Yeah.
I'm acting with this 6'5", 350-pound black actor, you know, and calling him names. And then he goes, you know what? I love you to death. And you're just a great guy, you know. And he goes, but every time I hear that word, I feel the same way. And he goes, when this series takes off, you know, we all know you're not like that at all, but don't go to a Snoop concert. I'm just telling you, don't do it. After the series is, I'm like, I didn't think this through at all, did I?
Well, you know, but then again, that's the thing. You're acting what you're not normally or not.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
not, I don't have a racist bone in my body, but I'm also not a gay zombie, you know.
I think you're trying to hold that one. Do you think you're more stuck on that than anything? You brought it up like 2 or 3 times.
Well,
I'm not counting.
For the movie to come out so that, you know, the gay community dresses up for Halloween like me and Matt. That's what I want to see. I want to evolve to that level.
Oh, so yeah, you've made it when you become a Halloween costume.
Yes.
Yeah, you live on in pictures forever. What hard times left you in life left you better person after it was finished?
Yeah, that's cut and dry. I got out of acting in 1985, didn't do it for 30 years, and I got back into it 4 months after my wife passed away because my daughters that you know
Chelsea
and Courtney said, Dad, what are you going to do now? You know, hey, that guy Glenn Morshower that every time we went to a movie, you go, that's the guy I lived in LA with. He's back in Dallas. What? So I called Glenn. I messaged him on Facebook, and he's like, get over here now. And I've done 30 films in the last 4 years. So that hard time in my life gave me a completely new direction to get back into acting.
Yeah. People don't understand there's always blessings in the darkest places.
Mm-hmm.
They're always, or you can stay in the dark place and never be blessed.
Nah, I don't like dark places.
Yeah, exactly. So if you could start all over again, what would you do differently?
I probably would not have given up the acting. You know, that when you give it up for 30 years, it's like, oh, what would I have done? But
yeah, but you know, you had your daughters, you were a dad and stuff. So
I had my daughter, and Melinda was a Kim Dawson model, and her career was skyrocketing. So it got down to, you make a whole lot more money modeling than I am acting. So I'll go work for my dad's construction company and your career. And
there you go. Things take turns. What personality trait has gotten you into the most trouble?
My smart ass mouth.
No.
I have a cousin told me one time, he goes, you know what the difference is between you and humanity? And I went, what? He goes, most people would go, I don't know, maybe red is not your color. Whereas you'll go, you know, you look like shit in that dress.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm just brutally honest and whatever.
What's the most impressive thing you know how to do? And you know how to do a lot of things.
I'd stick with play bass.
You like that, huh?
Because when you have other bass players go, wow, you're a really good bass player. Now I've got some that, you know, I look at and go I could never do that. But yeah, I've just been doing it so long, it's natural to me.
Yeah.
And people go, wow, that's what the feedback I get. You're just smooth.
Well, you're a big giver here, and I got another video.
Yeah. Hey, Carrie, how you doing, man? That's INXS. Carrie's in the band INXS. And I just want to give a shout out to John Piper, and how ironic when Lynn asked me to do this that I would end up on Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm literally right down the street from Curb Records, Sony Records, Warner Music. And since Carrie's so passionate about music, I thought, man, how fitting is that? But hey, just want to give a shout out. I met Carrie in March of 2021, right after Winter Storm Uri in North Texas. And we met through some mutual friends. And with his passion for music and helping others, we collectively, with many, many other people, put together a fundraiser, a music and entertainment weekend virtually. I was in my studio in Denton, Texas. He was in his studio in Dallas, Texas with his band. And as a result, helped feed 30,000 people, about 30,000 meals. And that just sums up what a big heart Kerry has. And I'm so impressed with how he's found his passion with acting, music, and so much more. But most importantly, he's a great dad and a phenomenal granddad. So, Carrie Graves, you are the man. Have a great day, man. See you soon.
I have no more bags in my trick. That was it.
No, you have no more tricks in your bag.
No, yeah.
Corrected you. You see how I corrected you there real quick?
Yeah, well, I'm dyslexic, so that's the joke on you too. You didn't know that, so it's even funnier because I don't care if I twist it or not. I'll still try to say it.
That's the beauty of the Speed Reading Academy. I was able to figure that out real quick.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So let's see. What's the most impressive thing you know how to do? We already talked about that. How do you organize your time?
I have a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet.
Well, good.
Because yesterday I'm doing a scene today in the actors workshop, and they're going, okay, we're going to do this. And then I got your email. I'm like, no, I can't do that at that time. I'm doing a podcast. And thank God I saved the information. Oops. So I do. I got into Microsoft. I have Microsoft Excel spreadsheets for everything. And I just do. That's what I do.
Yeah, there you go. So what does the perfect day look like to you?
I've lived it. It was 3 weeks ago where I went and rehearsed for the play I was in. Then I went and headlined the South Lake Art Festival. And then that night went and shot a scene in the film where I did theater, music, and film in one day. Done it.
Yeah, that sounded like this past Friday for me. I went and worked my part-time job. While I was at my part-time job, I hosted a podcast, 20-minute podcast. And then I went ahead and directed and produced the show. And then I was on a podcast. So yeah, I hear you. We do what we got to do. Good thing for spreadsheets and stuff, right?
I love your show. I love your podcast. I really do.
Thank you so much. I love what I do. It's, the thing is that in life, it's sad that people they pass away and they never knew how many people admired them, loved them, and appreciate them. And I feel like you can't live, love, laugh without letting go of things, but having people around that you didn't know that you impacted their life. You cared about them. They cared about you. And we should have more of that in the world, And
one of the things I love about you is my late wife, live, love. I've got that. It's all over my house. Live, love, and laugh. That was our philosophy. And she bought artwork that has live, laugh, and love. And it's all over the house.
Well, I got to tell you that, and I'll share this, and it's pretty funny, is I'm very intuitive and I get connected to people I do a show with. And what was really cool is I decided, and unfortunately, Yasmin would have done something for you too, but she, got too busy. But I felt at the last minute, though, something told me, reach out to his daughters, reach out to these people and this and that. And Yasmin was sweet. She did a little 3-way between your daughters so that they would send me videos. But I had thanked her. I said, oh, thank you so much for connecting, because some of the people I do, are connected. They don't know me as good as these people. And I'm like, and I wanted you to feel special. But I sent the thank you so much to a couple people. I'm not going to oust them out, but this is funny, is I sent the opposite thing to them. They go, I don't know what you're talking about. And I go, okay. And then I was doing this because this is a new thing I'm doing. Everybody expects me, the mutual friends, for me to contact them. So I'm going outside the box and reaching out to people on their friends list. And hopefully they'll see I'm a podcaster. Hopefully they want to send me a video and help. If they don't, they don't. But at least I know I tried, right? Mm-hmm. So this person says, I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about. Well, I accidentally gave him the name of somebody else that's going to be on my show this coming week. And they go, I don't know that person, can't help you, but it sounds like you don't have an audience. And it sounds like this person is insecure, that you got to help them feel better. I'm out. That's what they said. And I'm like, okay. And then I said, oh, it's for such and such. And they didn't answer back. But and then Yasmin goes, I reached out to this person. I'm like, well, he probably doesn't want to have nothing to do with it. That's okay. But the point I was saying is I laughed. I didn't take offense for them to not understand what I was doing with my show. You got to be secure and knowing that you're going to go out of your way to do something to admire or to help somebody else. So I loved it. I did, but somebody else would have felt deflated, like this person doesn't know what I'm, and I just felt like, this is funny. I went outside, was awkward, really messed up. And yet I don't care because I know my intentions are good. So I just laugh about it all. It's not going to stop me from trying to do a real good thing and honor people while they're on the show. So I just laughed.
That's what life's about.
That's right. So, but it is it was exciting, to put your wife and the kids, find the beautiful pictures of your daughters, and put all that together. It was just an honor to do that. And I hope that you look back at this and know how much you're loved and appreciated by a lot of people, and that you took time out for me. That means a lot to me. And I know we'll have you on the show, when you're really, really rich and famous, so.
You can't go to Walmart.
Yeah. Actually, we'll just have you when you go live. I'm on the Lynn show right now. Can you just give me a discount?
That's my worst nightmare, is not being able to go to Walmart.
That is true, though. I mean, when a lot of people know you and you don't have, sometimes, you can't just be you. I know how that feels. Let me see.
Dinner with Glenn. Oh, go ahead.
No. Well, this will go perfect. What kind of people most do you like to enjoy hanging out with?
People who are success oriented and happy in what they do. Like I went with Glenn for dinner on his birthday with him and Brad Chim and T.A. Taylor. And the waiter walks up to Glenn and goes, has anybody ever told you that you look like that general from the Transformers? And Glenn says, well, I am the general from the Transformers. And so I said, here, I'll take a picture. The waiter wanted a picture on his phone. So he hands me his phone, and he wouldn't hug Glenn or let Glenn stand. He had to salute Glenn. And I thought, this is so good.
Ken Walls went with him to in Tennessee. In Nashville, they went to a restaurant, where they have all the actors on the wall. I forget the name of the place. And they all had to wait in line. And Glenn, he's humble. I love him. He's just, he's like, I'll just stay here. And Ken goes, don't they see your picture on the wall?
Yeah. Why are we waiting in line?
Yeah. That was Ken's thing. I'm with him. And Ken's like, Glenn's like, no, it's okay. We'll just wait, because that's just how Glenn is. Mm-hmm. I love Glenn. But yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay. What was the last thing that has made you smile? You gotta say me.
You. I mean, it's not his last thing, but
okay, but no, outside of here.
Yesterday, two of my grandsons live with me, my oldest one and his brother, and one of them graduated from 6th grade and one of them graduated from kindergarten. So one's going to be a 7th grader, one's going to be a 1st grader. And Chelsea I got them both their own Switch, so they'll quit fighting over the Nintendo Switch. And Chelsea emailed that, or yeah, she texted me the video of them opening their gift from Granddad yesterday right before the show.
Oh, that's priceless.
Which really made me smile.
Oh, thanks for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the funniest joke you know by heart?
Okay. This couple had been married for 60 years, and he was a money grab. All he cared about was money. That was it. And he told his wife, when I die, I'm taking it with me. I'm taking the money with me. And she was a good Christian woman, and she was a good devoted wife. And so she said, okay. So he dies. At her funeral, or at his funeral, her best friend is there. And she goes, you didn't really do it, did you? You didn't do that. She goes, yes, I gave him my word. So I did put all his money. She goes, you went to the bank and got all his money in cash and put it in a coffin. She goes, well, I wrote him a check.
That's one way. Everything's a matter of perspective, right?
I honored my word.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So someday, if somebody else knew that, they'd go right for the check, and she'd really die just it was cash.
I don't see if he can get it cashed.
Oh my gosh. Anyhow, what tells you the most about a person?
Their, like I said, their posture, but also their eyes.
Oh, wait. Were we not talking about Ken Walls a minute ago?
In a good way. In a good way.
Ken, we were talking about you in a good way, but we were talking about the time that you and Glenn went to the restaurant, and you guys were waiting in line. You're like, don't you see Glenn Morshower on the wall over there? So anyways, but yeah, I'm always bringing up Ken.
Glenn and I go to dinner together. We have reservations.
Yeah, reservations. Yeah. You've learned your lesson, right?
I'm not waiting in line. No.
Oh, man. Okay. So if a genie granted you 3 wishes right now, what would you wish for?
To get that role in Yellowstone that I submitted for. To make those around me happy and leave a legacy of smiles.
Well, you know what? You don't need a genie. You already do that stuff anyways.
I'm in the best position financially I've ever been in my entire life, and it's at the perfect time because I don't want anything. I just don't. Been there, done it.
Oh, here we go. It was the Loveless Cafe. Can't make reservations.
Why would you go there?
So Carrie wouldn't go there. He ain't setting himself for failure like that. Oh man, let's see. Okay, so what's the most beautiful place you've ever been?
Brazil.
Nice.
Brazil. Looking at the Jesus on top of the mountain thing. Wow.
Oh, that is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best piece of advice you have received?
My mom told me, she just told me never take no for an answer, but it was more her perspective of, well, you never take no for an answer anyway, but no, you just don't take no for an answer.
There you go. Okay, let's see. Okay, if you could start all over again, what would you do differently?
I wouldn't have the car wreck when I was 16 because I would still have hair. I went through the windshield head first, and so it kind of irritated me, starting the bald.
Well, you look good, so don't worry about it.
I don't worry about it.
There you go.
I don't worry. I have people do that for me. We've been over that.
That's right. We've been over that. Okay, here we go. What's something you wanted to learn that you wish you were better at? And you're good at so many things already.
Flying an airplane. I started taking flying lessons, and when Melinda got pregnant with her first daughter, that was the end of that. So yeah, I still would like to learn how to get my pilot's license. It's the one license I don't have.
Okay, well, you can always learn, and Ken and I know we know a few people that fly planes and have their own planes, so We could probably hook you up. What are some of the roles that you could have never conventionally played because of age, race, gender restrictions, but you wanted to play anyways?
The role I always really wanted to play was the McMurphy in One Foot Over Cuckoo's Nest. But, they cast Jack Nicholson before I was old enough to play it.
So make a new rendition. Write it, produce it. There you go. That's possible.
That's about it. I've played so many different characters that I don't really have. That's not. I've pretty much played what I want to play.
There you go. So let me ask you this though. How did you get into acting?
I was a music major in college, and I got tired of my band being stoned all the time. And our English teacher made us go see a play at Richland College called Tiger by William Blake. And I was watching it going, you know what? There are some creative people up there, but they all seem to be working together in harmony and the discipline. So I switched to theater the following year. And my first play I ever did was a musical called Humbug. And I played a comedy character. And I walked out on stage first time, and Burt Reynolds is sitting on the front row. I'm like, oh my God. And he asked me to be in the movie Tough Enough that he was filming at the time. And the director of the theater threatened to kick me out of the theater department because I hadn't earned it yet. So I didn't do it.
Oh.
I got into acting was switching from music to acting when my English professor made us go see a play.
It's kind of funny. I never thought of it. I was in dance squad with the marching band. So when I wasn't performing or in theater, I was in the band marching or playing in the basketball, halftime and stuff like that. So it's pretty funny you say that. So how did you discover your passion of arts? Just by what you already answered that one.
My birth father, my real father, whatever you want to call him, he played guitar with Freddie Fender. So I grew up around with Freddie Fender and these musicians in our backyard practicing. And I don't remember ever discovering a passion. I don't remember learning how to play the guitar because I was so young, but I liked entertaining people. I've done it my whole life. I won the 6th grade talent competition. Yes.
You did what? You won a what?
My 6th grade talent competition, won it.
There you go. There you go. That was your
9 on my drums.
That was your sign. So if you had a chance to put something on a billboard worldwide next week, what would it be?
Live for today and don't worry about tomorrow.
Love it. Love it. And then maybe one other thing, or 2 more questions I got for you. Are you a late night person or a morning person?
I'm a morning person.
Okay. And then what advice can you give to others in your industry who might need the push to make something and think outside the box?
Don't look at when you audition for things and you don't get it, don't look at it as rejection. I auditioned maybe 5 months ago for a role in a Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie film called Babylon with Francine Maisler, who's a high-level casting director. And she sent an email to my agent that says, Kerry did really, really, really good. And he got the director's attention. We want to do a callback. So I do the callback. And then 2 weeks later, she gets an email saying, well, we decided to go with this other actor, but I'll keep Kerry in mind for future stuff. And my agent's like, well, you didn't get the role. And I went, no, you're missing the point, right?
They didn't say
You're
no.
telling me that Francine Maisler, one of the top casting directors, thought I was really good and is going to keep me in mind. So phase 1 of my plan to get on her radar is now complete. Am I missing something here?
No, people don't see that there's always a positive to anything yeah, for sure.
So many cast and stuff that they didn't audition for. if you turn in the tape, the casting director, you might look at it and go, no, it's not that, but I got this other thing I'm, doing, and he would be great for that. It's building relationships and getting your name out there.
Carrie, this has been so much fun. It's been an honor. I hope it's one of many times I have you on my show. I love you already. God bless you for being who you are and bringing live, love, laugh out loud to just what it is. Just be in the moment and enjoy your time. So anything else you'd like to say before we go?
No, I mean, I love your show. I love what you're doing. I love your spirit, and everybody just go out today and do what you want to do and live your life with a positive attitude. Because I've never seen negativity or worrying accomplish anything ever. I haven't.
I haven't either. And if they have, I don't want to hear about it.
I have people.
Yeah. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you for being here with Carrie Graves. Thank you. Have a good one. Stay right there, Carrie.